if you're watching this video, chances are 90% of your daily thoughts revolve around food, your body, your weight, and feeling completely controlled by all of this. And you've probably tried all those conventional things like therapy, diets, exercise routines, and you're totally exhausted from this cycle. You're probably also feeling broken and telling yourself that there's something fundamentally wrong with you. And I want you to know you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, and real lasting healing is possible for you. Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of my unconventional journey from healing anorexia, binge eating, exercise addiction, body dysmorphia, and getting to the place of total peace and freedom that I experience now with my body and food today. So if you're in a place where you're thinking, I need help now and I can't do this on my own anymore, and maybe you've had another painful episode with a 2 a.m. binge episode, or you're feeling disgusting in the mirror again, or you're terrified you're going to pass this on to your future children. I get it. I've been there, and real help is available to you. I have a few spots open this month for breakthrough calls, and on that call, we're going to really talk through exactly where you're getting stuck, why things haven't worked for you, and what the exact plan is to finally break free from this for good. And this is really for women who are tired of feeling like a prisoner in their own mind, who have tried conventional therapy, didn't find freedom, and who are really ready to do whatever it takes to break free. So that link is available to you in the description below, and I'm really excited to connect with you. So let's get into the video. So I want to take you back to where this all started. I was 11 years old when I first remembered having negative thoughts about my body, and specifically hating my body. I grew up in a home where my mom had a really difficult relationship with her body image and food, and I remember her constantly picking herself apart, even though to me she's so beautiful, and she never saw that in herself. And her mother also struggled with this. And then my dad, on the other hand, hyperfixated over exercise, and he was the guy who was constantly criticizing himself. He was never doing enough. He was always telling himself he was lazy if he didn't work out one day. And so naturally, I absorbed all of this. And by elementary school, I was a girl who thought my stomach was too big, my thighs were too big, my breasts were too small, no guy was ever going to want to be with me, and if only my body looked different, I would finally, find the perfect boyfriend, etc. And on top of that, I grew up in a home with family trauma, so there was alcoholism in my family, and of course I coped with this through trying to become a perfectionist. If my body looked perfect, if I was perfect at school, somebody will love me. And so I got really involved in competitive sports and competitive dance because those were outlets where I felt like, again, I could really be that perfectionist and try to find some approval. In ballet, in school, I'd constantly compare myself to other people. If only I had this body, then I'll get that boyfriend. If only I had, if I was thinner, I'd be in the front row in my ballet class. And that's when in grade 12, I developed anorexia. I restricted everything. I was freezing all the time. My body became so weak that I'd actually lose control of my bladder at school, and I'd have to bring an extra pair of pants and somehow hide myself because I honestly wet my pants a few times. And it was getting extremely bad. And I don't think anybody really knew what to do or how to talk to me about it, and it just kept getting worse. So eventually, my ballet teacher called my parents and let them know that I was really struggling, and I was forced into treatment. And that treatment, unfortunately, was very shame-based. It was a lot of shame-based tactics, and it really scared me out of the anorexia. So while I forced myself to heal this pattern and get over it quickly because I was so scared of what the consequences were going to be, and as I said, I was shamed out of it through the different practitioners and doctors I had, I never actually really healed that struggle. So it followed me wherever I went. And in university, while the anorexia was gone, I had crippling anxiety. And it was kind of like this just became a trickle effect of different struggles that I had because we never fixed the underlying root cause. So in university, while I sort of felt like I had a vacation from those anorexic tendencies, then my anxiety became so strong and so paralyzing that I eventually had to call the school crisis line to get help because it was taking over my life and I couldn't function anymore. So I went through 15 years of therapy of psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, counselors, coaches. I went on antidepressants. I tried all different types of things to heal my relationship to anxiety, my body image, food, and really nothing really helped. And by my late 20s, I then became a fitness instructor where all of these issues kept resurfacing, and I was exercising 3+ hours a day, barely eating 1,100 calories, and comparing myself to everyone in the community who had 6-packs. So again, I thought that if I just exercised more and ate less, I would be happy and have the perfect body, and I would finally live a magical life. But as it would happen, instead, my body completely broke down. I was restricting all day, then binge eating at night, obviously. I tore my hip flexor from over-exercising. I developed adrenal fatigue. I gained 20 pounds that wouldn't come off no matter what I did. And I tried nutritionists, I tried therapists, I tried hormone specialists. I invested so much money in trying to figure out how I was going to heal from this, but nothing worked. And by age 29, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. I wouldn't go out with friends. I wouldn't date. I basically shut down my life because I was so ashamed of the way that my body looked. I was so uncomfortable in my body, and no conventional diets, no conventional exercise programs, no hormone supplements seemed to work. So I literally at one point got down on my knees and prayed to God, and I said, I need help. I can't do this anymore. I've tried everything. Nothing works. I've been struggling with this since I was 11 years old. I'm now 29. I can't keep living with this. Please show me the way forward. That prayer was my rock bottom moment because I had tried literally everything for 15+ years, every type of therapy, every nutrition plan, every personal trainer. I'd even been consistently in therapy. I'd tried medication, supplements, like literally nothing gave me lasting freedom. And I was binge eating at night to cope with my heavy emotions and unworthiness. I was restricting during the day out of fear that I wouldn't have the perfect body. I was over-exercising to punish myself, and my body was obviously breaking down from the stress of it all. And my breaking point wasn't just about the weight specifically or the food. It was realizing that this was destroying my mental health. It was destroying my romantic relationships. It was destroying my career, my happiness, my joy, my bank account, my ability to be present for anything. My entire life was controlled by food, my body image, and exercise. It was completely unsustainable, and I knew I couldn't keep living this way, but I also didn't know what the other option was. So that's why I really got down on my knees and prayed. And, here's the truth. You're probably watching this after yet another binge eating episode, or maybe you're lying in bed feeling completely depressed about your body or what you ate today, or the fact that you feel uncomfortable and disgusting in your own skin and you don't know what to do next. Or maybe you too have spent thousands of dollars on programs or therapy and you're still trapped in the same cycle. I know how this feels because I've been exactly where you are, as I'm sharing with you right now. And as I mentioned, you don't have to do this alone. I have spots available for breakthrough calls, and on this call, I'm going to show you exactly where those specific blind spots are that are keeping you stuck. The ones that your therapist never identified, the ones that you can't Google your way out of. And I'm going to show you how your nervous system keeps pulling you back in these patterns, even though you consciously want to stop. Because this isn't about willpower. This is actually about the protective programming that's kept running your life since you were a kid, likely for most of you. So by the end of this 60 minutes, you'll finally understand why nothing has worked, and you'll know exactly what to do to break free of this. So if that's of interest to you, that is available to you. The link is in the description below. So the turning point was after I said that prayer, someone actually sent me a YouTube video about EFT tapping for binge eating. And I was so desperate that I tried it, and for the first time in years, I felt something different. I felt relaxation, I felt calm. It was actually helping my binge eating and gave me this deep sense of knowing that I wasn't alone and that I wasn't broken for struggling with this. And so because that was a lifeline for me, I eventually got trained in EFT, became a master certified practitioner over several years, and I began combining it with other modalities that had truly helped me to heal. And I discovered something that 99% of therapists and even eating disorder specialists don't understand. I learned how to actually have conversations with that part of me that was binge eating, that was engaging in all these unhealthy behaviors, not judging it, not hurting it, but trying to understand what it was trying to do for me, what was right about that part of me, how that part was trying to protect me. Because this is the thing, there's nothing wrong with you that you engage in these strategies. There is a part of you that is trying to help you by doing this and protect you by doing this. And if we can learn how to have curiosity with this part of us, if we can learn that it is a part of us and not all of us, then we can learn how to develop a compassionate, healing relationship with these parts of us, which is the exact key that it's going to take for you to break free. Very, very important. That's what transformed everything for me. Through this process, which I now call the Brazen Method, I went from eating less than 1,100 calories, being terrified of food, to finally nourishing my body and in fact doubling that caloric intake. I stopped the binge eating cycle altogether, haven't binged in over 7-8 years, and I learned to exercise for joy instead of punishment. I also learned to take days off and to not make exercise my everyday priority. And my body naturally released 15 pounds and experienced complete body recomposition without any dieting or restriction. But most importantly, I broke free from those conditioned beliefs that had been running my life since I was 11 years old, and I'm living a life that I truly only dreamed about. Healing these struggles allowed me to find love, to build my dream job, my dream company, to travel the world, to become financially abundant, and most of all, to be free of these shackles that once kept me so imprisoned. And today I experience genuine food freedom. I don't diet anymore. I don't have any rules around food. I eat without guilt, whatever that is. I have a loving relationship with my body. I eat enough calories to nourish myself properly, something I was terrified to do for decades. I can eat intuitively without obsessing. I can look in the mirror and feel kindness and acceptance for myself. And I exercise for joy, not for punishment. So my body found what its healthy weight is without restriction. I have energy for my relationships, my work, my dreams, because I'm not spending 90% of my mental energy on food and body and exercise like I used to. My whole life used to be controlled by that, and now it is free of that. And that is exactly what I now teach through my Brazen Method, helping women all around the world to heal from lifelong struggles with body dysmorphia, chronic restriction, over-exercising, binge eating, and eating disorders. And I support them to really have a loving, peaceful relationship with their body and food, and to understand how to maintain that for the rest of their lives. And this is just like my client Erica, who struggled with these issues since she was a child, and she had done years of therapy, and within 3 weeks of working together, she actually fired her therapist because she was experiencing for the first time in her life such amazing results. And within 6 months, she became free of all restriction, all dieting, all binge eating and emotional eating. She quit her job, moved across the country, found love in her life, and has also lost 15 pounds naturally without dieting or obsessing over food. So results like these are absolutely possible for you too. You just need the right tools and the right plan to get there. If you're watching this story and you're seeing yourself, I want you to know you haven't failed, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't been given the right tools and roadmap to break free. And that's why this has felt so frustrating for you. So the path forward isn't about more restriction. It's not about more willpower. It's not about more self-discipline. It's about compassion. It's about bringing safety to your nervous system. It's about having the right tools and reprogramming these belief systems that are keeping your nervous system stuck in this mess. Those are the keys to success. And remember that you do not need to do this alone. Certainly not attempt to do this alone. I'm here for you. So if you're sitting there thinking, I can't keep living like this, I need help now. Maybe you had another binge last night, or maybe you're just feeling this overwhelming cloak of unworthiness in your body and you're sick and tired of it going on another diet and obsessing about weight. Don't let this go on anymore. Take your precious life back. I have a few spots open for breakthrough calls this month, and I would love to connect with you. And this is specifically for women who are sick of this cycle. They are ready to do whatever it takes to break free. And on this call, I'm going to show you exactly why you've been getting stuck, exactly what those blind spots are that you have not seen, that your therapist didn't catch, and that ChatGPT is not able to tell you. And I'm going to help you understand why your nervous system keeps pulling you back into these cycles, even though you consciously want to stop. And by the end, you'll have complete clarity on what exactly you need to do to break free of this. So the link is in the description, and please only book this if you're ready to be completely honest about where you're at and you refuse to spend another day feeling this way. Remember that recovery is possible, having freedom with food is possible, body peace is possible. I'm not some special case. I had a plan, I had the tools and the roadmap to get there, and that's exactly what you're gonna get, and that's exactly how you're gonna become free of this, okay? Your story is not unique. I know you think I'm broken, I'm the special case that this is gonna work for, and I've never come across one person yet where they haven't found freedom from using that exact method, okay? If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear in the comments, what are you taking away from this? What hit home for you? And you've got this. I believe in you, and you are absolutely gonna break free. I will see you in the next video, and until then, be gentle with yourself, and sending you so much love.